Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am Shobik De from Shobik's Biology. Today I will discuss about the urine formation procedure in human. At first, you have to know what is kidney, what is nephrons. Okay, kidneys are the main excretory organ in human body, and each kidney contains about 10 lakh nephrons, and the left kidney is situated slightly above than the right kidney in our body, especially in the backside of our body. And if you see the structure of a kidney or overall the renal system, we can see both the ureters are excrete from the kidney and they join in the urethra, and then the urine has been passed. We have to see the structure and details. Okay, there are two parts in each nephron. Okay, nephrons are situated at the above of the each kidney, and I have said before that each kidney contains about 10 lakhs nephrons. So the structure of the nephron, it consists mainly two parts: one Malpighian corpuscle, and second one is the renal tubule. And the Malpighian corpuscle mainly contains two parts. One is glomerulus and another one is Bowman capsule. Mainly it is capsule shaped, so hence it is named as like that. And the renal tubule mainly contained three parts: proximal tubule, Henle loop, and distal tubule. Henle loop mainly two types, actually, the ascending loop or descending loop. They are not mainly types, actually according to their structure it is named. And the glomerulus contain two arteriole, one is afferent arteriole and another one is efferent arteriole. The afferent arteriole is slightly short and thick than the afferent arteriole, because when the concentration of the urine enters into the glomerulus, the concentration is so high, so the structure is like that. And the first point we have to know, in urine formation, the first point is glomerular filtration. Filtration is when the glomerular hydrostatic pressure is about 55 mmHg, and the blood colloid osmotic pressure which opposes the filtration is about 30 mmHg, and the capsular hydrostatic pressure should 15 mm of Hg. So overall the net filtration pressure rate is 55 minus 30 plus 15, 10 mm of Hg. As the glomerular hydrostatic pressure is high, then the opposite filtration rate. As the glomerular hydrostatic pressure is high, then the urine enter into our nephron. After that, we know that the outer part of the kidney is called cortex, and the inner side of kidney is called medulla. As we go below, the concentration became high, or if we entered into the medulla, the concentration become high. So what happens after that? When the urine enters into the glomerulus within the Bowman capsule, there are so many type of cells called podocyte. They filtrate the urine. After that, from glomerular, the urine enter into the proximal tubule, which is the mainly part of renal tubule. From proximal tubule, the urine passes through the Henle loop by descending loop and ascending loop, and after that it reaches to collecting duct. From collecting duct, each nephrons came together, and from that they releases their excretory products into ureter, and from ureter it passes to urethra. After that they releases from our body. And what happens after that? When the urine passes through the proximal tubule into the descending Henle loop, the water releases from the descending Henle loop. As the water releases from the urine became more concentrate. After that it goes after the U shape. Below, the concentration is so high, about 1200 osmomolarity. As the urine reached the above, the concentration became low. So in the descending Henle loop, the water releases from that and the concentration becomes so high, and as it grows faster and reaches to the ascending Henry loop, sodium, chlorine, these ions are exchanged from blood and the solutes, then ion and solutes and water between the blood and the intestinal fluid of the renal medulla. These ions are mainly exchanged, and this is specially called the counter current exchanger because these ions are mainly exchanged here. After that, it reaches to the collecting duct and releases as urine. So this is the whole process of urine formation. Okay, one thing I have to say, that in there one hormone named antidiuretic hormone which mainly secretes from the posterior part of our pituitary. ADH or antidiuretic hormone cannot work properly, then one disease will happen called diabetes insipidus. They work mainly on the distal tubule. If it works properly, the urine reabsorbed and works properly. So that's it. For getting new videos, hit the bell icon and subscribe my channel. Thank you.